What the heck is going on, guys? My name is Bucky Roberts, and welcome to your very first tutorial in Ajax. Now, before we start, the good stuff of coding, let me go ahead and explain to you guys what the heck is Ajax. Ajax stands for Asynchronous JavaScript and XML. So what the heck is that? Well, basically, Ajax isn't a new programming language. It's basically a new way to use JavaScript and XML together to create some really awesome things on your website. So let me go ahead and actually show you guys a couple examples. And before I do that, it'll probably be a better idea to show you guys or explain the origins of Ajax. And I'm not going to give you guys like a brief history of the internet or anything because let me go ahead and tell you a little story. Whenever I was in college, every single computer class I took, it always started out with a teacher explaining, and even if you buy a book nowadays, it's like the first chapter of the book is always the origins of the internet. And I'm like, dude, I don't care how Martin Luther King Jr. and George Washington founded the internet. I just want to learn MySQL. So I just want to warn you guys that I'm not going to, give you guys the history of the internet, but it is useful to learn the origins of Ajax because then whenever you're developing a web page, you're like, wow, this problem right here, Ajax was made to fix problems like this, and it would actually help you, as a web developer. So basically, what happened is way back when they didn't have really interactive web pages. The web pages were basically like books where they just gave you a little bit of information. So if you wanted to go to, like thenewboston.org, you would type http www.thenewboston.org, and it would send a request for that web file using HTTP, which is the Hypertext Transfer Protocol. And by the way, a protocol is just a way to transfer information over the internet. So say you wanted to see, a new web page. Well, just go ahead and click a link or type it again, and boom, it would send that request again, and your server would say, okay, you wanted this file, here it is. Now, this is pretty cool, but right now, web pages are a lot more interactive where the user can actually interact with them. Now, they can interact with them in a couple different ways. One way is just going ahead and typing, your information in a form and sending it to the server and it does something. However, that's kind of the old technique before Ajax. The problem, let me go ahead and actually show you guys some of the problems. This is a social network that I've been working on, and I actually took all the Ajax out. I ripped it off to show you guys what a new website is like without Ajax. So let me go ahead to my account, and what happens if I go down, to this person and I'm like, oh, this picture is kind of cool, Kathy Singleberry. Maybe if I like her picture, then she'll want to date me. So I go ahead and like this, but this webpage doesn't use Ajax. So look what happens. I press like, and the entire webpage has to reload. And if you scroll down now, you can see that I indeed did like that photo, but it's kind of messy because all I wanted to do was like a little photo. It should be that only this link updated, but just to update this link and give me a notification that I like this picture, the entire freaking web page had to reload. Well, that kind of sucks. And let me go ahead and let me see, give you guys another example. Say that I wanted to leave a comment on this. It says, okay, a couple comments here, and I want to respond to Benjamin Lee. He's like, wow, Bucky, your site is looking really nice. I want to be like, oh, cool. Thanks, man. And I go ahead and press enter, and wow, the entire web page actually needed to reload whenever I sent that. Even though, it happened kind of quickly, that's what happened. So another thing, and this is, the last example, in this little activity feed right here, you can see that, okay, this is what people are up to. Here are my notifications. But in order to refresh this, it doesn't automatically refresh whenever someone, makes a new comment or something. You actually have to refresh the entire web page. And as you can see, it's not very, 2013-ish. It's old. So Ajax, it was basically invented to solve this problem. It allows you to update certain portions of your web page dynamically without having to really reload the entire page.